You might feel tempted to take this story as a curious anecdote at best, but there is a lot to it, and somehow Burroughs proved it. One could only speculate on what was on his mind when he tried to explain away his bonus time in life. We can spot Burroughs' effect in our everyday affairs. Every encounter, physical or emotional, is an action, and therefore causes a reaction. Confronting an object or event by friction or collision will cause physical harm or a loss of function in our bodies. Sustained damage over a long period of time would increase its damage exponentially due to all its previous harm. Burroughs' effect involves Newton's first law, which, somewhat loosely, in living terms would read, a living system in action or at rest will tend to stay in action or at rest unless acted upon by an external force. Or internal, I should add, if this force came from within ourselves to act upon against our own. Momentum is important to determine this effect. But what exactly is momentum? From a living point of view, momentum is how unpleasant it would be to remain in the moving pathway of an object or event. So momentum is very easy to detect, as it is very important not to mess with it. When the opposing force is overwhelming, the best move is not to play. Moving the body in the direction of the blow, or avoiding the encounter altogether, could mean the difference between coming out of an unfavorable situation wounded or unharmed. This could be important when we detect that the difference of momenta will act against our physical integrity or interfere with our hard-earned speed. And most importantly, it could become the best way to subtract life's budget all the small charges that count against its final balance. If this seems hard to visualize, just change the word friction for stress, and you will see that everything will fall in place inside your head. Many would bet a big chunk of their lives insisting that a stronger attitude or effort would be best to face a challenge stronger than our own. But although this may be also true, it is risky at its best and fatal at its worst. But here is where living physics enters the scene. To predict and calculate uncharted territories, so we try them in advance. To ride the wave is resisting the need to go against the flow, or escaping the push or pull of other forces. To withdraw is not to engage in every conflict while avoiding at all costs the ones we cannot win. This is why Burroughs' effect is so important. By evading unnecessary encounters, it saves the organism energy and integrity, which in the long run could count against our life resources. We all can live our life instinctively, but wouldn't it be easier if we had a proven rule that told us when to fight and when not to, so we could reduce the unwanted wear? We all do. But just in case physics wasn't your favorite subject in school, there is another way to say the same. Always give way to the stampede of elephants.